Welcome to Ford Week. Yes, 7 days, 7 videos, 7 Fords. Today, day 1, and we're doing the Piston Popper Mustang. Look at this thing. This is the No.MB10 Matchbox Piston Popper Mustang. It was produced in 1973, and as you can see, the pistons actually move up and down. Well, 2 of the 4, because I think one thing broke. Oh well. So let's take a look at it. Please stop playing. Yes, the paint is missing. The rear window is cracked. The engine is the wrong color. The piston popper thing is just all messed up. Only 2 of the 4 pistons go up. The base is covered in, I think, corrosion. The wheels are pretty bad. But, and there you can see the crack in the rear windshield. So first, let's drill out the rivets. There's 2 rivets in the front and 1 in the back. After the rivets are drilled out, I use my chicken force to open up the model. It just got the regular Matchbox spring in it, and as you can see right there, there is the thingy that moves the pistons up and down, and on the right there isn't, so that's why only 2 of the 4 pistons are working. We have a beautiful white interior. We have the yellow cracked glass. I did try to find another one, but we have to reuse these. And then we have the piston popper part, so the pistons just fall out. And then we're just left with the engine. These are held in by just 4, well, kind of metal, no, not metal, plastic thingies, so just drilling those out and pushing the engine through the model. So let's take the engine bits and put them in a safe place. So now let's get the paint of this model. I use my regular universal paint stripper, and this usually takes half an hour to an hour to sink in. If the paint then still doesn't come off, I just leave it overnight in a closed container. So let's focus our attention to the base. As you can see, the base, the spring, is held in by 2 rivets. Those we're going to drill out once again. Then take my screwdriver and try to pry out the spring from the base. Just stay, thank you. Good boy. Next, we gonna put that with the rest of the parts and take the axles of the spring. These are just being held in place by some plastic tabs, so just take away the pube, don't know whose it is, and just snap out the axles. Next, I found some new wheels, but the axles are a bit too short, so we're going to have to fix that. How I do that? I take my old axles and grind away the little metal edge, I guess. Then take off the old wheels from the old axles. Then I just do the same with the front. Next, I snap the new axles in half, because I don't need them anymore. Just like that, with my beautiful looking tweezers. Is it tweezers? I have no idea. English is not my language. And then just take my new wheels and slide them over the old axle. Then you can do a couple things. You can just crimp them between the vise. You can use a hammer to flatten out the edge of the axle. I don't remember what I did. It happened a few hours ago, and I already can't remember how I did it. I think I just hit it with a really large hammer. And then we have both axles. So let's see how the model is doing. And the paint is falling off. So let's time-lapse me taking off the paint. First, I use my toothbrush. Then I just wipe off the remaining paint stripper with my mom's pajama pants. And finishing off, I use my Scotch-Brite and my screwdriver to take out any remaining paint and the imperfections in the body. Next, for primer, I use a fine surface primer white by Tamiya. Just shake up the can and let's get to painting. In total, I use about 2 coats to cover the entire model. and leave them to dry between coats. So when the paint finally cures, I use a blue XF8 by Tamiya, and in total I use 3 coats. The first coat is gonna be kind of a tag coat, so the paint actually sticks to the primer. I'm not a body guy, I don't really know how this works, I'm just pretending I know how everything works, just stick with me. And then the second and third coat are going to be full wet coats, so I can get the best result possible. I think, I hope. Yeah, sure, I'm pretending. No, it turned out pretty nice, I think. This is actually a flat blue, so it isn't that shiny. I'm gonna add a clear coat to get a little bit of shine in the model, but I like the flat blue. So now let's take my toothpick and just add the red details to the taillights. Again, this is my favorite step of every restoration, just adding those little details. Then move over to the front, and I didn't really know what color to do them, so I used my toothpick and just added yellow to the front, and I think it looks pretty good. I think this was supposed to be orange, I have no idea, I looked at a couple pictures, but I really like them in yellow, they just stand out. Please focus, yes, that's my hand. Yes, there it is, they focused. Now let's get to the engine part. It's red, I don't like it red, I wanted chrome. So I went to the local store and picked up this. This is Home Deco Spray Chrome. Ooh, that's shiny. So let's shake up the cam. And let's chrome my engine, I guess. It's pretty cheap stuff, but I think it turned out pretty well. So, one good coat of it. So I added the clear coat, and as you can see right there, the roof is a little bit caved in. I tried to fix it before paint, but this is the best I could come up with. Oh well. So we have the chromed engine bay. Just place it back into the engine bay and just glue it in place. Then I took the little piston popper thing and just gave it a quick polish. That just slides back into place. Then afterwards I added the little piston popper thingy jigs and I just took it back out because it's really annoying to place those. So leave that to the side and glue the actual piston popper, no, not the piston popper, the actual, I don't know what I'm saying, just leave it right there. Then we're going to take the wheels, and as you can see I glued some studs to the front wheel so the piston popper thing would actually work. Taking the spring and starting reassembling the base. So first figuring out how it's supposed to go back in. The rear axle and the front axle. Then afterwards the spring just snaps back into place, just like that. And making sure the wheels actually turn, that they didn't make these studs too long. Then let's place the glass, and I did polish the glass, but it has a crack in it. I cannot polish out the crack. Then the white interior, and finishing off with placing the base back on the model. Just make sure it is the right way around, otherwise it's bad, okay? So this is it before, and this is the car after. I think it looks really good. Please leave your opinion in the comment section down below. Also, please leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you in a future video. And just to prove that the piston popper thing actually worked, in the end of the video I'm gonna use a quick clip. Enjoy. It's working.